everybody, it's RPG Grandma. Anyway, so I have a whole selection of 4E books. I never actually played a 4E game, but I have a whole selection because Game Store got rid of their stock and they gave it to me. It's been sitting on my bookshelf, and once in a while I'll pull like the monster manual or something to see if there's something cool idea in there, but for the most part I haven't read them. So I thought I should at least read this one. So I started reading it. Now, grant you, it's on my slow pace, so Lord knows when I'll get it done, but you know, I'm chugging through it. And I immediately thought as I was reading it was, I think I like this one better than the 5e book. And I thought, well, I should go get the 5e book. And I was like, no, better just keep reading. But, you know, eventually I had to go get the 5e Dungeon Master Guide down. And so it has a section in the 4e book and the 5e book on the players. What they're talking about is the preferred way some people like to play the game. Well, and how they kind of break down into certain types of players. And the 5e book has like one little paragraph for each heading. It has basically the same heading. Sometimes they renamed it slightly, but you know, it's all the same. They basically got the actor, the acting. Now this is your true role players. Okay, so you know, you've got the investigator or the instigator. Sorry. Likes to do stuff. You got the power gamer, you got the storyteller, you got the slayer, which is different than the power gamer. Slayers just like to kill everything. That's just so you know. Power gamers might power game a character for other things than killing. I know it's possible. And a thinker, storyteller, and then the watcher. You know, that's your laid back person. So, and I know in the current online community, you know, people are like, no, this kind of player is bad, that kind of player is good, that kind of thing. And, you know, and there's not much thought, and like, you could go through phases and try different ways of playing out as a player. Some people never do that. You know, if they start out a power gamer, they will always be a power gamer. That's where they're happiest. But some people do. They try on different hats. Like, oh, I've never optimized a PC. I should do that sometime. You know, it's like they'll try. You know, so when they've never done that before. So it's something I would like to point out that I think it's missed by the community. But so both books cover that. Cover these kind of different ways that players manifest how they play, but there was a difference, and I'm sure I'm going to find way more differences as I get into comparison mode. But the 5e book, it just gave you a little paragraph. That's all it did. The 4e Game Master book so far is winning the which book is better, just on this alone, because what it did is it gives you the paragraph, but then it gives you about them, bullet points, what they like to emphasize, what they do, right, in a good way. Then it talks about how you, the game master, can engage that player. See, that's important because that helps you design your play sessions with each of the different kind of personalities, if you will, at the table. The play, the what motivates people to come to your table. Then it gives you what to watch out for that could become a problem at your table. That is solid advice. So you got, you know, the Explorer. So 5e doesn't do that. So right off the bat, it takes up less pages not to do that, I would like to point out. But right there, it became a less useful book, in my opinion, for a new game master. I'm going to, compare the two. I hope they correct that for the next DM's guide, that I'm not really excited to purchase whatsoever. WotC, I don't know, I feel like they've lost their way with the game, but completely. Maybe it's because I feel like there's a push simply to make it all digital. And I'm not keen on that. I'm a book person. Is this the same as the 1E Dungeon Master Guide? No, there's stuff in the 1E Advanced D&D Guide from TSR that I wish would make its way into modern Dungeon Master's guides, but never seems to. So I don't know. So I'm reading through this. It talks about character backgrounds, and it also talked about DM styles. In the 5e book, it gives you the player's preferred way of playing, one little paragraph each for each kind, and then goes like straight into world building. So I haven't flipped through it to see if there's really, I don't remember there being a DM style thing in it. Usually you look at the book and you read sections that you're going to need to know, and then you kind of read it over a period of time. I mean, most people just don't sit down and read it from beginning to end. That's what I'm doing with 4E here. Because I'm not trying to play a game right out the gate. So, and 1E, gosh, at one point I had that book memorized, because I did reference it so often back in the day. So I just don't remember needing to reference this 5E's book a whole lot, except for very specific things, which should tell you something, how much you're using the book. But it talks about DM style, how DM styles can change, and figuring out what kind of DM you are. Don't really remember that in 5E. I could be wrong. And then, then it goes into running the game, making a world. Eventually, I'm sure it's going to talk about that, skill challenge. But it seems to be very, very, see, world building's at the back. Or at least in the middle-ish. It's got some monsters and stuff. But my point being, so far, the layout makes more sense to me. So we'll see how this goes. But yes, the supposed the redheaded stepchild of the Dungeon and Dragon world. So far, I'm reading it, and to me, it just seems like D&D. Everyone says it's tactical. Well, there's always been a tactical side to D&D, so that doesn't throw me. Even though I've played mostly theater of the mind, there has been plenty of times we've gotten out little things over the course of my lifetime of playing D&D and moved things around and tried to figure out something. So tactically, so that doesn't bother me. I suspect, so everybody who loves Theater of the Mind 5e, I suspect, if what I understand the new virtual thing is, and then they've made it look like little pieces moving and all that. It just sounds like the next game is going to be highly tactical. Could be wrong. I could be wrong. I don't mind tactical. I don't mind the board game end of it or the war game end of it of D&D. Like, I'm flexible. I always have been. Which version, what style of play are we doing? Cool, let's do it. But if you're Theater of the Mind, little moving little dudes around the table. I don't know if you're gonna like that. So I don't know. We'll have to see what they do, you know, to be quite honest. But I'm revisiting this because I'm wondering just how much of a bad rap this got. And there's terminology in here. I mean, I know the art's different. The layout, I think that was part of it. Just the first time I flipped through these, I said, oh, I can see right away what people were put off with. It was how the book was laid out, the artistic choice in that, more than anything, I think. But I could be wrong. I haven't really gotten into the mechanics of the game. Right now I'm just reading, you know, general advice, running a game. So, we'll see. You know, I've got some 4e's stuff. Maybe I'll play something 4e's style. Why not, you know, put a one-shot together for people. See how they like it. But, yeah. I don't know. I'm just saying I'm liking this book better than the 5e's. But we'll see. Maybe there'll be something in the 5e that I like better than what was presented in the 4e book. And then I understand there's like a book 2 as well. I don't know if I have that book. So that has my, like, they needed 2 books to make the Dungeon Master's complete guide. Rather odd. But, you know, I'm not the publisher. I'm not WotC, so I'm not quite sure what they did there. So, everybody have a great day. Me exploring new things that are old things. And book artifacts I'll be doing and you know, finishing that up. Just been super busy. Everybody have a great day. Peace. Keep rocking your rolls and rolling your dice. Bye.